What is going on, cute boys and girls? This is Almighty back at it again with your weekly Rough Skins videos. So this week is actually a surprise. I was not expecting to see Phantom stuff again, at least for a while, even though I did see that this actually made it to the workshop the other day. And that is actually what we're going to get started with today. So the Phantom hoodie and pants. Now, I am very happy that these have been added to the game because it's been quite a while since any Phantom stuff was last released. But in saying that, let's just go back. $5.20 for both of them. That is a massive stitch up. Also, it looks like people have caught on at the moment when it comes to buying pants over hoodies. So I'm just going to straight up say, if you're going to buy either, I don't really think it's going to matter too much because usually hoodies get bought a lot more than pants, which is why I always recommend to get pants over hoodies. But at the moment, as you saw, the pants are actually selling more than what the hoodies are selling for at the moment. So $5.20 each, so that's instantly going to cost you $10.40 if you're just buying two skins. So if you are going to be investing this week, it's definitely going to be expensive, especially if you're going to try and pick up some Phantom stuff. But there is potential in this going up in price. In saying that, $5.20 each, it's definitely going to be risky and it's going to be a lot harder for you to make profit unless these stonk to the max. So as I was saying, yeah, unfortunately people are undercutting to the max at the moment, so it's definitely going to be a lot harder to be investing in more expensive items like these two, $5.20. I'm not sure how HOODIE decides whether something's going to be more expensive than what its standard store price is, but I think it's just random. It's just like if he thinks it's going to sell well, or if he thinks that we owe him something for his generosity of him accepting that into the game or something. I don't know, but either way, I do think it's kind of stupid that they're both $5.20, but overall I think they're both alright looking skins. I actually really like the hoodie. I'm not a crazy massive fan of the pants. I think they could have been made a little bit better just because they do look kind of cowboy-y, as someone in the Discord said. I can't remember exactly who. But overall, I do think that these are going to definitely be risky investments if you're going to be trying to invest in the Phantom hoodie and pants, just because of their crazy high price point at $5.20 each. Now, take in mind, all of the items have obviously gone up in price as well, just because of the current COVID situation, so that's unfortunate. But going back to the investing, hoodie and pants, I think they'll be alright, but at the moment, day one, I would recommend the hoodie over the pants just because less of them are getting bought. But if the hoodie ends up getting bought more than the pants throughout the rest of the week, then I'd recommend the pants over the hoodie again. So it's kind of obvious. Just keep an eye out on it. Overall, though, I do think that the hoodie is definitely a bit nicer than the pants. And I'll show you on screen right now some screenshots of outfits that Dex has posted in the Discord. So there's one, there's the second, and there's the third. So overall, they're all pretty nice looking sets. I'm not a massive fan of the Metal Gear set, but the other two do look pretty nice. Obviously the Phantom with the Phantom gear, and then the Phantom hoodie and pants with that new lunar gear, which also looks very nice. Overall, for investments, I do think they're going to be risky. I do see potential in them just because at the moment the higher price skins are definitely selling a lot less than what they usually would be, because a lot of people aren't buying stuff at the moment because of COVID and stuff like that. So you could definitely pick up a couple of these and then sell them during Christmas when prices are up. Or you could try and buy them off the community market with buy orders. That was probably what I would recommend doing instead, just because I do think you'll be able to get them cheaper. But overall, I do think these are risky, but I do see potential in them making profit. Although day one and short term, I do think honestly they're going to get undercut to the max, and it's unfortunately going to stomp the prices for a while, which will end up making this a long-term investment that you'll have to sell during Christmas time. Alright, you guys thought I'd probably be on the EOKA at the moment because I usually go in order, but this time I'm going to do the hunting bow first. This reminds me of the latest Joker, Harley Quinn, Suicide Squad, that's the word I'm looking for, that movie title. It reminds me of Suicide Squad, just with like all the colours. It's very similar in my opinion. It's got that kind of theme to it. Although it is quite a nice looking bow. The movie sucked, but the bow skin does look pretty good. So $3.45. What do I think of the one-shot bow? I do think that it's going to be a little bit risky just because it is $3.45. there is actually quite a few bows on the community market, and there's only 2 pages of bow skins, by the way. There is quite a few that are actually below $3.45, and also some lingering around that price, maybe 30-cent difference, a little bit higher. And I definitely don't think that is a good thing, although I still do think that pretty much every bow is usually good for a long-term investment. So if you were to pick this bow up today and then sell it during Christmas time, I do think that you could make some easy money. Also, if you buy it today and then sell it day one of when these skins release on the community market, there definitely is potential. A lot of skins have been spiking on day one, and then over the next couple of days they do get unfortunately undercut by quite a lot of people. So if you're one of the people that like to get up nice and early, or depending on where you live, maybe late, then you could definitely make some profits off this day one. But I would recommend just to hold on to it until Christmas time and sell it then, because I do think it's going to go up in price. Overall, it is quite a nice looking bow skin, and for only $3.45, which is obviously above what it usually is, but at the moment that's just what the prices are going to be. I'm assuming it's going to be like this for quite a while, maybe forever. But overall, I do think that this is a nice skin. I do think that it'll make you money long term, but short term, unless you sell it day one, I don't think it's going to make you money. And that's pretty much going to be the same for every other skin on this as well. And is also going to be the same for every skin in general, as long as people keep undercutting every single week, which they have been doing, and they have also done this week, which is quite disappointing to see. Alright, moving over to the Flare EOKA. An EOKA skin, they say. This is quite interesting. We have not seen an EOKA skin for quite some time. Now, there is actually only 8 EOKA skins on the community market. I do think that because of that, and because the cheapest one is $13.47, you're probably going to get 2 YouTubers that are going to tell you to buy this one, and it's going to be their top picks. I haven't watched their videos, I don't know if they've made them yet, but I would say that this is definitely going to be in their top picks. So as number 1, I would probably say. So you have to keep in mind, guys, the highest quantity that an EOKA is on the market right now is 14. There is a 0% chance, unless everyone dies of COVID today, that the Flare EOKA is going to have 14 quantity on the community market. Let's check the Rust Item Stores page. It's second top seller at the moment, so expect there to be, I'd say, 70 plus on the community market first day. This is going for $3.45. So keep in mind, EOKAs really aren't used that much. So if the supply is too high, the demand isn't going to be able to outweigh the supply, which will unfortunately affect the prices, and also undercutters will absolutely destroy the Flare EOKA's price if prices don't start off really high to begin with. And seeing as though it's already $3.45, I'm going to say, unless you're selling it day one, you're not going to make profits until a little bit later on. This is going to be a medium to long-term investment, but I do still think that the EOKA is going to make you money. It's $3.45. The quantity is definitely going to be high. I'm going to say it's probably going to be above 70 day one. You can check it if you want when it comes out, which will probably be Friday next week, or maybe Saturday, depending on what Helk's up to. But I do think that there's going to be quite a lot of these on the community market, above 70 in my opinion. $3.45. I think they'll start off strong, and then later that day they'll get undercut, and they'll just continue to get undercut for a couple of days. And then from there on, they should plateau out and then eventually start going up again. $3.45 though. Compared to the cheapest EOKA, $13.47, I still do think that this should be a pretty successful investment, as long as you're willing to hold on to it and not ruin everyone's day, including your own, when you sell it for $3.32. Also, it is the only red EOKA skin. I don't really think that matters, to be honest though, because I mean, there's only really one other color EOKA skin that's yellow, and then all of the other ones are the same, like brownish gold tinge kind of thing. So this is the most unique looking EOKA skin besides the banana one in my opinion, and I do think that that is definitely a plus, but I do still think that this is going to be nowhere as successful as the cheapest EOKA skin, which is $13.47. I don't think it's going to get to that price, but I do still think it's going to eventually go above that $3.45 around about Christmas time or something like that, or slightly beforehand. Alrighty guys, we've got a continuation of the pony set, $3.45 for the Crossy. The LR is going for $8.75. There are 68 on the community market, and the custom is going for $3.77, which was the latest skin, and there is 82 on the market, so obviously more compared to the LR. With the Crossy, I do think that there's probably going to be just around about 82 as well, the same as the custom on the community market. I don't think it's going to get crazy oversaturated just because the price is more expensive than what the custom was, I'm pretty sure. But overall, I mean, this skin is amazing. This is such a troll, such a meme, such a great skin. Rust players are going to love this skin. They're going to froth over it. And $3.45 should still be a pretty safe investment in my opinion. And that is especially if you're willing to wait medium to long term, because I do think by Christmas time this is definitely going to make you a bit of coin, because I really do think that the demand for this crossbow will always be high in my opinion, just because it is such a troll, such a good flex. But getting to the unfortunate part of the Crossy, there is currently 4 pages on the community market of crossbows, and one entire page is cheaper than $3.45. So keep that in mind, guys, because that is 1/4 of the current crossbow skins cheaper than this crossbow skin. So I mean, your odds are still definitely good, and this one being a pink Crossy with a pony spewing out a rainbow, I mean, your chances are high of this one profiting, but there is also a very high chance of oversaturation. I do think it's going to happen. It's probably going to be at least at one point 100 on the community market at once, and because of that, just like every other skin, I do think that at the moment this Crossy skin will fail or suffer for a little bit, but then like most crossbow skins will also go up in price and make you easy money. So Crossies are usually pretty safe investments, but when they're $3.45 like all of these ones are going to be now in the future, I do think that it's going to be a little bit more risky. Overall though, guys, if you want to invest in the Rainbow Pony Crossy, if you're not making stonks of it from week 1, then wait for Christmas to come around, and I promise you, you will make this stonk. Alrighty, moving over to the Greek Furnace, $2.55, which is, I'm assuming that, I don't know why, but it seems like this is pretty close to standard store price previously. I actually really like this skin. It looks very close to a standard, regular looking unskinned furnace, but then has this ancient Greek artwork on it, and I really like it. I think it looks really good. I do just want to point out that the Greek Furnace is at the bottom of the top sellers. To be honest, I do think it's going to remain there all week. I'm not saying it's a bad skin. I just think that people will definitely sleep on this skin. I also think that that's for good reason. To be honest, I don't think that this skin is going to make you crazy amounts of money, but as long as it stays on the bottom, there is definitely potential for it to go up in price a little bit over time. There's also currently 7 pages of furnace skins on the community market, and I do think this is a good thing because 1.5 pages are actually below $2.55, so that means the rest of the pages are obviously above $2.55. So furnaces are usually pretty safe investments, but just because this one is a little bit more simplistic and closer looking to the regular furnace than others, I do think that that also is going to influence the price of this one, and unfortunately I don't think it's going to be in a positive way. I really do like the skin, but I don't think it's going to make you fat stonks if you're going to buy 1 million of them. Alright, so everyone is complaining that Bad Trip has got skins getting accepted every week basically, so this is the 3rd week in a row. I'm pretty sure that EOKA was his. But no one's going to mention the fact that this person that's making these XPOINT skins are getting them accepted every single bloody day of the year. XPOINT Medical box and the MISC box have been accepted, both $2.55. I personally do think that this is a good thing because it means that this set is going to be added onto, obviously, and the price for the previous ones are going to rise as more people are going to want to invest in these boxes so that they can complete the sets for themselves for their bases. So $2.55, I do think that this is a nice set altogether in the base, and I do also think we're going to be getting pretty close to the end of this set. This is probably going to be the last. I did see the charcoal and wood, if I'm not mistaken, boxes in that German guy's video. I personally think the charcoal one looked pretty bad. The icon didn't look very good in my opinion, And I also think, if the skin creator is watching this right now, I don't think the wooden one was very good either. Instead, I would recommend the icon being a little log from a sideways perspective instead of just the front on of the grain of the log. But overall, I mean, they're nice skins. They're all the exact same besides the little icons and a slight color change to each box. But I mean, overall, they are a nice set. They're going to look good in bases. $2.55. Back to what I was saying, I do think that we're getting close to the end of the set though. And at the moment, these are at the bottom of the list. I do also think that's a good thing because, I mean, the components box, I'm pretty sure I read the Discord earlier and it said that it got oversaturated to the max. I haven't actually checked, but I'm pretty sure the components box did get oversaturated to the max. And I don't think that that's good for stonks at all. And the medical one looks very similar to, I mean, the medical one that we've already got in-game that's made by Face Punch, which, I mean, is fine. It's still a nice looking box. And the MISC one, I do think it's a pretty nice box. So if I was to recommend investing in either of them, I'd probably go the MISC one over the medical one because there's already a medical box that looks very similar to that is like 8 cents or something. But in saying that, people obviously like the medical one more, which is why it's in the top sellers above the XPOINT MISC one. So you could go for the medical box as well, just because the demand is clearly higher at the moment for the MISC one. But keep an eye out throughout the week. I could be wrong on that. See whichever one is being sold more, and that one is most likely going to have the higher demand on the community market, which is what you're going to end up wanting for this XPOINT set, just because these boxes are going to be a little bit harder to sell because there's so many of them individually. Alright guys, this is my cart for this week, so I'm not really going to be investing this week, at least not on day one. So if you want to check up on my inventory throughout the week, because there is a possibility that I might buy more skins, I do that sometimes. But at the moment it's going to cost me $31.85. I got one of everything except for the Rainbow Pony Crossy. And just one last thing, if you don't have that much money, I'm not going to recommend investing in the Phantom hoodie or pants just because they are so expensive at $5.20 each. And that is going to take a massive chunk out of a lot of people's wallets if they don't have that much money to invest in, especially if they do poorly, then you're going to be digging yourself a little bit of a hole there. There is definitely skins that are better to invest in this week, and if you actually listen to what I said in the video, then you should be able to pick up on which skins I do think are going to be more successful and which skins I do think that are going to struggle a little bit. So $31.85. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video, and remember, have it skits one. I just realized this skin wasn't accepted. Why? Why? Why?
Why? Why? Why? Why? Why? Why?